Good morning. Thank you for attending the kickoff of the 2018 renewal season. I'm Judy Coleman. I am the Sales and Marketing Manager at Beneflex. It is hard to believe, but I'm starting my 12th renewal season with Beneflex. I'm certified in flexible compensation, a designation from the Employers Council on Flexible Compensation. ECFC is a national organization dedicated to the advancement of youth and education for consumer-directed pre-tax benefits. Beneflex has been a member of ECFC for over 16 years. Mark Schmerschel, Vice President of Beneflex, currently sits on the Board of Directors of ECFC. Joining me today is Jamie Rains. This will be her 5th renewal season with Beneflex as our Marketing Manager. Her department is responsible for creating and personalizing all of the renewal videos you've been requesting. We will have the opportunity to view some of those in a bit. For today's presentation, you will be in listen-only mode. If you have any questions, please type them in and we will answer them at the end of the presentation as time permits. A link to the recording and presentation will be available on our website. Today we're going to kick off the 2018 renewal season. We want to thank all of you for your continued support and business. Beneflex would like to help make this a winning renewal season for all of you. We are going to share some of our tips from the Beneflex playbook. We were hoping this year's renewal that we would be able to share some exciting news about healthcare reform. Beneflex has been busy this year, as in years past, lobbying in Washington, D.C. for reform. There has been a variety of legislation introduced in both the House and Senate. Some of the key features were to repeal the employer and employee mandates to require health insurance coverage, remove the IRS limits on salary contributions for the medical FSA, eliminate the requirement to have a prescription for over-the-counter drugs, provisions for health savings accounts to increase limits to match deductibles and out-of-pocket maximums, and expand the products and services that may be paid for using an HSA. These are just a few of the proposed revisions, but as all of you know, there is no real news. One piece of legislation was passed at the end of 2016, which was the 21st Century Cures Act. This legislation was passed at the end of 2016. It allowed small employers with under 50 employees that do not provide any type of group health coverage to offer a qualified small employer health reimbursement arrangement, otherwise known as a QSARA. These employers are able to reimburse insurance premiums for individual coverage as well as qualified Section 213 medical expenses. So here is our playbook agenda for the day. We're going to review the IRS limits for the medical FSA, dependent care, health savings accounts, transit, and parking. We're going to review best practices for a successful renewal season. We're going to tackle the renewal questionnaire for all benefits. We're going to master the Beneflex renewal timeline to ensure your team has funds available on the first day of the plan year. Equip yourself with educational materials and meetings geared to all generations, helping employees understand their benefits. New to the game this year are FMLA, ERISA, and the QSARA. And we're going to talk about the holiday claims processing schedule to prevent potential end-of-the-year claims processing fumbles. So as you can kind of see, we have a little bit of a football theme to our presentation this year. First, we're going to look at the medical and the limited purpose FSA limits. Beneflex will notify you in a Benny Blast once we receive the cost of living adjustments for 2018. The past few years, these limits have been released in October. So you'll want to watch for the 2018 limits, which may affect participant elections for the upcoming plan year. Based on the new limits for 2018, participants may need to adjust their annual election. If history repeats, we probably will not receive an increase for the medical FSA for 2018. In 2013, the IRS set the limit at $2,500. We did not have an increase in 2014. In 15, they gave us a $50 increase. No increase for 2016. And then we received another $50 increase for 17. But we will have to wait and see what happens for 2018. For dependent care, the IRS limits have been set at $5,000 per year per household. This amount has not changed over the years. At this time, only the HSA limits have been announced for 2018. As you can see, they increased the annual contribution for someone with single coverage by $50. They will now be able to contribute up to $3,450. The family limit increased by $150, so they will be able to contribute up to $6,900. The limits for transportation and parking have remained the same for the past couple of years at $255 per month. We will have to see if any adjustments are made to this plan. Beneflex wants to ensure you have an easy and smooth renewal season. We are providing you with a populated renewal questionnaire. Just let us know if you would like to make any changes. Let us tackle the education. We can provide personal educational material and videos, and our sales team is available to attend educational meetings and benefit fairs. Beneflex offers several options for submitting your elections. You choose the option that works best for you and your employees. If you make any amendments to your plan, you will receive an amended plan document and summary plan description. You will need to distribute the SPD to plan participants. Finally, at the end of each year, we will run the non-discrimination testing to make sure your plan does not favor highly compensated and key employees.
Hi everyone, I'm so excited to be here today and help you kick off a great renewal season. I would definitely take advantage of all the great resources Judy just discussed. As she mentioned, we work very hard to provide you with personalized services to help grow your enrollment and make the most out of your benefits package. Now we're going to discuss the renewal process for each of our services. We're going to start off with the FSA renewal. The first step of the FSA renewal process is to complete our annual renewal questionnaire. A sample of our renewal questionnaire can be seen on the left-hand side of the screen. This email will provide you with the steps for completing the Beneflex renewal process, notify you of other contacts at your organization who also received this questionnaire, and include a playbook with items you will need on hand to complete the questionnaire. To get started, you'll want to gather your FSA plan document, your broker's contact information, your payroll schedules for your upcoming plan year, and your group health insurance copays. Just as a reminder, these copays are very important to include on your FSA renewal questionnaire. By entering these copays into our system, it will minimize the receipt requests being sent to your employees. Once again, I cannot stress enough the importance of completing the Beneflex renewal questionnaire. This questionnaire is the kickoff to our entire renewal process. We have made completing the renewal questionnaire very easy. We've worked very hard over the last few years to make enhancements to this process for our employers. All of your information will be pre-populated within the renewal questionnaire. Simply review the information, indicate changes, request for a Beneflex account manager to attend your meetings or benefits fairs, request personalized educational material, and indicate if you would like to receive additional information about our plan. And then lastly, make sure to share your comments before you submit your questionnaire. Your comments are an important part of our ongoing enhancements, so please be sure to include them. After your renewal questionnaire has been submitted, you will host your FSA open enrollment and then submit your elections to Beneflex. Once these elections have been submitted, distribute your summary plan description to the participants in the plan. Finally, at the end of every plan year, you will receive an email reminder encouraging you to request an updated census for non-discrimination testing. We will discuss additional details on how to submit enrollments, plan documents. Non-discrimination testing will be discussed later in this presentation. Next, let's review the HRA renewal process. The HRA renewal process is very similar to that of the FSA I just discussed. The first step of the HRA renewal process is to complete your HRA renewal questionnaire. A sample of the HRA renewal email is displayed on the left-hand side of the screen. The HRA renewal email will include instructions for completing the HRA renewal process. Once again, it's going to notify you of any additional contacts at your organization who have received this questionnaire, and then it's going to provide you with a playbook of resources you will want on hand when completing the questionnaire. One very important piece of information we will collect on your HRA renewal questionnaire is your summary of benefits. You can upload these documents directly to Beneflex from the renewal questionnaire. These documents will ensure your HRA claim forms are properly created and that your claims are going to be reimbursed according to your plan design. Once your HRA questionnaire has been submitted and your plan has been reviewed, you will receive a pre-populated renewal census or a fast-track census from Beneflex. Complete the required information and return this back to our renewal team. Once your renewal is complete, you will be sent the summary plan description and summary of benefits and coverage that you will want to distribute to the participants in your plan. Due to the client's request, we are very proud to announce a new enhancement to our HRA renewal process this year, and it's called Fast Track Enrollment. Fast Track Enrollment is available for all HRA plans that have experienced no benefit design changes. If your plan has not had any benefit design changes this renewal, you will be automatically enrolled for this service. So, what's Fast Track Enrollment? Fast Track Enrollment provides employers with a pre-populated census that includes employee profile information and coverage level tiers from the previous plan year. Employers are going to renew this census and update employee and dependent information. For instance, you're going to look at the employee's independence and you're going to make sure that everyone covered on the plan has their date of birth and social security number. And then you're also going to update any coverage level tiers. Indicate if you're going to be returning the census to Beneflex with changes or no changes, and then return the census to Beneflex at renewal@beneflexhr.com via secure email. So who's eligible for Fast Track Enrollment? HRA clients who have no benefit design changes to their HRA plan are automatically enrolled in this benefit. So this changes to your benefit plan would include deductible changes, co-pays, and any other plan design changes you have made. How would you request Fast Track Enrollment? Well, as I mentioned, you are automatically enrolled in Beneflex's new Fast Track Enrollment once we have reviewed your summary of benefits and confirmed there are no plan design changes. Just a reminder, clients who have plan design changes will receive the standard renewal census. All right, now let's go on to the TMA renewal. The TMA renewal will also kick off with an annual renewal questionnaire. This format is very similar to the FSA and HRA renewal plans we just discussed. To start, you will gather your current TMA plan documents, your broker's contact information, and your payroll schedules for the upcoming plan year. Next, you're going to review your TMA renewal questionnaire. This questionnaire, like the others, is going to be pre-populated with your current information. Simply review the information and indicate any changes. Once again, don't forget to take advantage of all of our free resources in the questionnaire. Download our educational materials, request educational meetings, and personalized educational material to help educate your employees and increase your enrollment. Now, due to the flexibility of the TMA plans, all employers enrolled in this service have the option of submitting new elections to Beneflex, or you can actually roll your participants' elections from the previous plan year. Once the plan elections have been finalized, distribute your summary plan description to your participants. Okay, now we have the HSA renewal. This plan is like all the others. It's kicked off with an HSA renewal questionnaire and is sent to the primary and secondary renewal contacts and also your broker. This email will include the maximum contribution levels for 2018. Complete the pre-populated renewal questionnaire and indicate if any changes need to be made. New participants will need to be submitted to Beneflex so participants' accounts can be opened prior to the start of the plan year.
Okay, thank you, Jamie. So two things that I would like to add is that, first of all, you will receive a separate renewal questionnaire for each benefit that you have with Beneflex. So if you have an FSA and an HRA, you will receive both renewal questionnaires, and we ask that you complete both of them to kickstart the renewal process for both of those plans. The other thing that I just wanted to mention that if you do have some type of plan change to your FSA or HRA, you can always write in the comment section of the form and describe the changes that you're wanting to make if you don't see them on the renewal questionnaire. So for example, If for some reason you need to do a short plan year because you want your FSA to now coordinate with your medical insurance renewal date, you could put those comments in the comment section of the renewal questionnaire, and we will then contact you and go from there. Okay, so another new enhancement to our renewal process is an update to your broker's email notification. We like to refer this as your broker on steroids. Now in one simple email, your broker will have a snapshot of all of the groups with upcoming renewals that they work with. The email will include all clients with upcoming renewals, the type of plan that they're renewing, the renewal date of the plan, the deadline to receive elections, the date the questionnaire was sent to the employer, the questionnaire recipients, so it's going to show them the employer's primary and secondary contacts, and then the questionnaire URL, so brokers can view and assist with completing the renewal questionnaire if they would like. For all FSA, HRA, and TMA plans that are renewing on December 1st or January 1st, you will receive the renewal questionnaire email on Monday, October 2nd. If you do not receive the renewal questionnaire, please contact our customer service by sending an email to info@beneflexhr.com, and then someone will contact you and make sure that you receive the link to the renewal questionnaire. If you have an HSA plan renewing, you should have received the questionnaire on 9/1 or 9/25. Those are the dates that they were already sent out. So again, if you've not received the renewal email and you offer a health savings account with Beneflex, please let us know. For all other renewals, the renewal questionnaire is sent out 2 months prior to the renewal date of the plan. When completing the questionnaire, you'll find directions in the green and rules in the red boxes listed above and below each relevant section. Please be sure to read these items so you do not miss out on any important information. You will also notice that all the required fields will be marked with an asterisk. If you do not answer each one of these required questions, you will receive an error message and will not be able to submit the questionnaire until you go back and complete it. Each section of the questionnaire will need to be marked as no changes, changes, or not renewing. If you're not making any changes to a section, your questionnaire will only have one column and you can proceed to the next section. Now let's take a look at what a questionnaire will look like if you are making changes. On this questionnaire, you may indicate that you need to make changes to the design of your FSA plan. So on the left side of the column, you will notice it is marked changes. On the right side, you will indicate which changes need to be made. Keep in mind, you do not have to complete every field on the side with changes. You will only need to complete the field that requires a change. To ensure that your plans do not exceed the maximum election amount, we have put certain limitations in place so you will not be able to enter a limit higher than what the IRS guidelines allow. Once you've completed each section of the questionnaire, you will be prompted to print and save a copy for your records. Once Beneflex has received your renewal questionnaire, we will send you a census based on your response. The format of the file may not be changed. If you change the format, you run the risk of errors and delays in processing your file. If you have chosen to do employee online enrollment, we will need you to update your census to include all eligible employees, their non-discrimination information, and return it to Beneflex in a secure email. We will need your census 2 weeks prior to online enrollment so that everyone will be in the system and will be able to log in. I think it is important to note employee online enrollment is the most popular and is the best for employee education. The enrollment is set up with help functions on how the plan works and what the benefits are as the employee goes through the enrollment process. The employee has access to the SPD, a tax calculator to tell them how much they are saving, and a calculator that tells them how much will come out of each paycheck. If you opt for employer online enrollment, employers will enter the participants' elections in the employer portal. The employer may also add employees and update the status of employees through the portal. This seems to be popular with our small employer FSA groups who can handle the task quickly. The third option is an Excel spreadsheet. The employer will update the participants' demographic information, enter their elections, and non-discrimination information. They will return the completed file to Beneflex in a secure email. This is the second most used option by employers for the enrollment process. Beneflex has many clients that already utilize a third-party data feed. Employers will give permission for Beneflex to work with their HRIS or payroll vendor to receive an open enrollment file and ongoing files throughout the year with additions, terminations, and changes. If you are not currently using this option but would like to, you may request it on the renewal questionnaire, and a Beneflex representative will contact you after the first of the year. We will not be setting up new data feeds from October through December. With all of these options, the employer will receive a weekly enrollment report by email. This report also remains available on the employer portal. The employer may also run this report at any time from the employer portal. This report has three important uses. If employee online enrollment is selected by the employer, this report will keep the employer current with employees who have logged into the employee portal and enrolled. Your payroll department may use this report to enter employee payroll deductions, and your accounts receivable department or accounts payable department may use this report to audit the first invoice from Beneflex to make sure the accounts match. Receiving the information in an electronic format reduces errors in trying to read handwritten forms. So if you choose either employee or employer online enrollment, Beneflex has PowerPoint tutorials available to walk you through the entire process. These PowerPoint presentations can be downloaded directly from the renewal questionnaire after you select your type of enrollment. If you are a new administrator or just need assistance navigating the employer portal, you may request employer portal training directly from the renewal questionnaire. Now let's review COBRA's annual renewal process. You will receive an email from Beneflex with information regarding your annual COBRA renewal. Make sure to complete the COBRA renewal questionnaire. This, like all other plans, will kickstart the entire renewal process. To accurately complete the renewal questionnaire, you will need all renewing benefit plans and rates, current carrier employee enrollment forms, and the summary of benefits and coverage for all renewing benefits. Once Beneflex receives your completed renewal information, we will update your benefit plans and rate schedules. Then we will send out open enrollment packets to all enrolled and pending participants if applicable. Don't forget, open enrollment materials should provide information sufficient to make informed choices. If you are holding an open enrollment for your active employees, you will also need to hold an open enrollment for your COBRA members. During open enrollment, all COBRA participants have the right to make changes to their COBRA coverage in the same manner as your active employees. Last but not least, let's discuss our ACA porting renewal. To kickstart your ACA renewal, you will receive an email from your Beneflex account manager. This email will confirm that you are renewing your plan for the upcoming year. Once this has been confirmed, you will need to update your company profile information, renewal contact information, and banking information if applicable. Once confirmed, you will sign and return the services and fees agreement. Then you will need to log into your workbook and update your employees' information. Did you know that for every dollar your employees contribute to a pre-tax program, for example, the medical or dependent care FSA, the employer saves 7.65% in FICA taxes? The FSA normally shows that the FICA savings more than outweighs the cost of the administration, or it greatly reduces the cost of this great benefit. Employers save and employees also save 30 cents on every dollar that they set aside in this account. What this means is the more we can grow your participation, the more everyone benefits. With that in mind, Beneflex would like to share with you some tips on how to help you grow the participation in your FSA. In support of growing your participation, Beneflex has developed personalized FSA educational materials based on a study done by Visa. As you can see, each generation perceives the FSA differently. For example, there is a large difference between the millennials who believe they will never use up all the funds in their FSA and the boomers who feel confident they will spend their full election. This really speaks to how important it is to educate your employees on the benefits and features of the FSA plan. Beneflex would like to make sure you are taking advantage of our many resources to help you grow your participation in your FSA plans. Employers have found that to grow your plans and help employees maximize the tax savings, mandatory educational meetings are a must if you want to grow participation. If you are not educating your employees on the value of the medical and dependent care FSA, they will not participate. First, they have to understand how the account works, how easy it is to use their FSA funds, and they have to and the savings they will experience. Our experienced representatives provide great educational meetings for all of your employees. And to help promote those meetings and the FSA benefits, you saw we can provide some personalized educational materials for you to distribute to your employees. Your renewal form has a great sample of education help we can provide. FSA participation studies have shown that 80% of employees that don't participate in the FSA state it is because of the use it or lose it guidance. Jamie's going to share with you her personal story when she first came to Beneflex.
Okay, thanks, Judy. So that was me right there. I was the 80%. We were not contributing to any FSA prior to me getting hired here at Beneflex. And then obviously, as you can imagine, taking on the role as marketing manager, it's incredibly important for me to not only understand the benefit, but utilize the benefit. So during our first open enrollment, my husband and I had a discussion, we'll call it, about me participating in the FSA account. And his thought was, how are we going to spend that money? We have no planned medical expenses. I do not want to participate in this benefit and potentially lose all of our money. So I said, you know what, just let me participate. Let's see how it works, and we'll go from there. So we contributed $900 that first year. I will tell you that by January 4th, in one trip to the eye doctor, our funds were diminished. Every year, from this point forward, we have increased our election amount, and we've utilized every single dollar of it year after year. So we're a perfect example of how educating our employees and just giving them a taste for how they can use their benefit will not only grow your participation, but it'll help them maximize their own savings as well.
That's a pretty good story there. So, to overcome that concern, we strongly urge employers to make sure your medical FSA allows either the $500 carryover or the grace period option. Employees have a fear of use it or lose it rule associated with the medical FSA. So by offering them either the $500 carryover or the grace period, that fear is now diminished. Beneflex offers several tools to help employees use and track their FSA accounts. They can pay for medical expenses using the Benny MasterCard, easily check their balance using our interactive voice response system. They may also check account balances, claims history, and submit claims using the employee portal and the Beneflex HR mobile app. Finally, if you would like to allow your employees to experience an FSA, many employers have used seed money tied to a wellness plan. It helps encourage a healthy activity or outcome and draws employees into the FSA so they can experience it firsthand. If you give each employee money to start their FSA, they will see how easy it is to use the funds in their account, and this will lead them to making an election of their own in future years. So I mentioned the $500 carryover. This is a great addition to the FSA plan to draw on your young, healthy weekend warriors. Some never want to enroll because they see themselves as very healthy. So the fear of use it or lose it prevents them from electing to be in the plan. Now they could put $500 in their first year to cover those unexpected emergency expenses or training injuries. We have tracked employees that only put $500 into the FSA over the past 2 years. Their idea is if they have an issue, they can pay pre-tax, but if not, they can carry it over. Well, in tracking the $500 only contributions, we have found that 68% put in more than $500 the second year, meaning once they've become engaged with the FSA savings, they look for more ways to utilize the funds, or they had more expenses than they realized in the first place. In 2005, the grace period was introduced, which allowed employers to extend the date for which medical claims can be incurred for a plan year. Participants are making an election for a 12-month period, but they have 14 and a half months to spend their money, which lessens the fear of use it or lose it. For a calendar year FSA plan, participants would have until March 15th to continue to incur expenses to use the funds from the previous plan year. Beneflex has developed educational materials to help educate your employees on the $500 carryover option and the grace period. Again, these items may be downloaded directly from your renewal questionnaire.
All right, now we get to discuss my favorite part of the presentation, and that's our educational materials. As we mentioned previously, we work very hard here at Beneflex to provide you with educational resources to help you and your employees grow your participation. All this information can be reviewed, requested, and downloaded directly from the renewal questionnaire. We offer FSA enrollment brochures, which is a comprehensive brochure that is used to help educate your employees about the benefits and the details of the FSA plan. We can provide you with posters that you can hang in your office or break room showing employees how enrolling in their FSA can actually save them money on those everyday eligible expenses. We have eligible expense listings that show sample of things they can use their eligible dollars for. We provide receipt reminder envelopes, and this may be for some people who don't really want to utilize the mobile app. They can keep hard copies or paper copies of their expenses in these receipt reminder envelopes. We offer participant letters that can be personalized by each employer with their specific employer information. We have flyers, we have Spanish items. We have a lot of educational material you can be taking advantage of. We also offer our clients an array of personalized educational materials. These materials can be personalized with your employer's logo, open enrollment dates, and times and dates of your open enrollment meetings or benefit fairs. This is a great way to not only brand your organization, but showcase those dates to your employees and educate your employees. These items will be sent to you electronically and can be shared with your employees via email, intranet, or social media sites. Be sure to take advantage of all these free resources and look like a rockstar administrator during your next open enrollment meeting. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a moment and we're going to watch one of our personalized educational videos. So this is a sample video that we could brand with your logo and your open enrollment dates. All right, here it goes.
With a flexible spending account, out-of-pocket healthcare expenses are covered with pre-tax dollars. That means what you contribute to your FSA is reduced from your taxable income, giving you a significant tax break. And an FSA doesn't just cover out-of-pocket healthcare expenses either. You can put money aside for daycare expenses through the Dependent Care FSA. So you're covered on all angles beyond healthcare. And because it's all with pre-tax dollars, you're saving yourself a pretty penny. With an FSA, your funds are available 24/7, giving you the luxury of accessing your account information, transactions, and contributions online with our mobile app or with your prepaid benefits card. For more information on signing up for your flexible spending account, contact your HR provider today.
All right, so as you can see, we can brand that with your open enrollment days, with your grace period and carryover, and then also with your logo. And then before we move on, I do want to discuss one last educational item that has been popular amongst our employers and participants. It's our flyer, what $500 in an FSA can buy for you. And one of the most popular items on this list is our Fitbit. Yes, a Fitbit with a heart rate monitor is an eligible expense for the FSA plan. So if you're trying to speak to millennials, Gen X, or even baby boomers, be sure to download or request this personalized flyer. Please note that Beneflex will only reimburse up to $165 for a Fitbit. However, this amount may vary depending on your specific plan. Now, let's make sure to make the most out of your benefits by downloading the Beneflex HR mobile app. Employees can easily review their account balance and see their account activity. They can submit claims. They can review their final service date and their final filing dates for claims. This is very important, and they can easily access this information right in the mobile app. They can receive text notifications. They can update their login information. They can manage their Benny card, and then they can even contact the Beneflex customer service team directly from the mobile app. I'm going to take it back over to Judy, and she's going to talk about some compliance.
Okay. So IRS and DOL audits are something none of us want to think about. But due to the Affordable Care Act, the DOL and IRS are making sure employers are complying with new health care reform laws. Being selected for a DOL audit can have serious consequences for an employer. According to a DOL audit report for the 2015 fiscal year, approximately 5 out of 8 investigations resulted in penalties or required other corrective action. The IRS audit focus on potential issues that will generate additional tax revenue through the assessment of penalties and interest. Can you guess the #1 reason that employers have Beneflex redo their plan documents? Well, they can't find them, or their old current plan docs are out of date. When do you have Beneflex do your plan docs? We can keep an electronic copy on file in case you ever need it. It is important to make sure you understand changes that would require an amendment to your plan documents. These changes include if you're making a change to your company name or DBA, if you're changing your federal tax ID number, if you've recently moved to a new location, the phone number's changed, if you've added or terminated any of your affiliated companies, if you make a change to the plan year, if you make a change to your benefit plan design. For example, for the FSA, it would include the addition of a $500 carryover, grace period, or adding an HSA to the plan. An HRA would be affected by any changes to the group health insurance or the reimbursement under the plan. Most recently, the Affordable Care Act allows employers to decide if they want their plan to have a provision to allow a change in status if an employee wants to purchase insurance on the exchange. Why would a change in status be required in your plan document? Well, the ability for an employee to pay their insurance premiums pre-tax is an irrevocable election unless you have a change in status. The ACA says employers need to be sure that they have added to their plan documents. So if an employee wants to elect coverage under the exchange, they can get out of the pre-tax deductions you would be taking from their payroll for the group health insurance. If any of these changes occur, you need to report them to your account manager at Beneflex so your documents can be amended to be in compliance. I also want to call your attention to the importance of non-discrimination testing. Beneflex provides this to our clients at no charge, where other TPAs tend to charge an extra fee. In order to provide tax savings, cafeteria plans must not discriminate in favor of highly compensated and key employees. To make sure this does not happen, Congress came up with some requirements that plans must meet. If a plan does not meet these requirements, then some top employees will have adverse tax consequences. For example, highly compensated employees may have to pay taxes on a portion of their salary reduction. It is recommended that the testing be done close to the end of the plan year to include all new hires and allow time for full contributions to be made. By allowing all new employees' elections and contributions to be included, this will sometimes help raise the amount that a highly compensated employee can put into their plan pre-tax. The 4 tests are the eligibility test. This test is based on highly compensated versus non-highly compensated employees. The concentration test, this test is based on key employees versus all employees. And then there's the dependent care average benefit test. This test is based on highly compensated versus non-highly compensated employees. And the dependent care owner test, this is based on over 5% or greater owners versus all other employees. Every year upon renewal of your FSA plan, Beneflex is provided an Excel file populated with your census. On the right of the template, there is a request for the employer to provide the non-discrimination information, which is used for testing. The information populated in this section is used to run the non-discrimination testing at the end of the plan year as required by IRS guidelines. Beneflex tests every plan we administer and notifies the employer if any of the plans fail. Every year, Beneflex runs the non-discrimination test at the beginning of November for calendar year plans. We are going to be sending out an email blast on October 16th reminding our clients of the importance of providing accurate data. The email will allow you to click on a link to request a template to update your employees' information. You will receive an Excel file with all of your employees that are currently participating in the Medical and Dependent Care FSA. You will then update each column with a Y for yes or an N for no as to whether that employee is considered eligible, highly compensated, a key employee, excluded, or an owner. The definition of these will be included in the instructions. The deadline for submitting this updated information to Beneflex will be November 1st. If you feel you've already provided this information to Beneflex and it is up to date, then you do not need to respond. Just remember, the accuracy of the test is based on the data in our system. If you have FSA plans that renew at other times throughout the year, you will receive the non-discrimination testing reminder about 14 days after you receive your renewal questionnaire. If you request a census to update, it will need to be sent back to Beneflex 30 days prior to the start of the plan year. At Beneflex, we strive to provide our clients with comprehensive services designed to fit their needs. This year, we implemented 3 new services to help us better assist our clients. Earlier this year, we began offering our clients the Qualified Small Employer Health Reimbursement Arrangement, otherwise known as the QSERA. To recap our discussion from earlier, the QSERA is a plan intended for employers with 50 or less employees who do not offer a group medical plan. The other services we implemented this year were FMLA and ERISA. We hope you were able to attend our FMLA and ERISA seminar we hosted in August. During our seminar, we offered our clients 3 hours of continuing education credit for insurance and HR certifications. We discussed the features, benefits, and compliance concerns related to FMLA and ERISA. If you would like to learn more about any of these services or request a quote, contact your Beneflex account manager today. Now I just want to go over a couple of important reminders. Watch for the email regarding non-discrimination testing. This is your chance to make sure Beneflex has accurate data before running the test for your FSA plan for 2017. It is important to contact Beneflex if your medical insurance renewal date changes. This may affect your HRA and or your COBRA administration. We would need to update our system with the new rates and provide amended plan documents if necessary. For all clients with a January 1st renewal, the deadline for submitting enrollments to Beneflex will be December 1st, 2017. This will ensure that new participants receive their Beni cards by January 1st, 2018. Our weekly claim submission deadlines, there's no changes here. We really work hard to keep these deadlines consistent, and this is just one less change for your employees. So none of this will be changing for 2018. And then we'd also like to remind you about the upcoming holiday schedule for processing claims. This information will be emailed so everyone can distribute this to their employees. It will also be posted on our website. For Thanksgiving, Beneflex will be closed Thursday, November 23rd and Friday, November 24th. The claims deadline for all claims, FSA, HRA, and TMA, will be Friday, November 17th at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time or 1 o'clock Pacific Time. Claims will be processed on Wednesday, November 22nd. For Christmas, Beneflex will be closed on Monday, December 25th. The claims deadline for all claims, FSA, HRA, TMA, will be Friday, December 22nd at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and 6 a.m. Pacific Time. Claims will be processed on Thursday, December 28th. And for New Year's, Beneflex will be closed on Monday, January 1st. The claims deadline for all claims will be Friday, December 29th at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time or 6 a.m. Pacific Time. Claims will be processed on Thursday, January 4th. So at this time, we're going to look at the questions. If you have a question, please type it in, and we'll take a look at those and see. So the question is are there copies of the slides available? Yes, they will. We will be sending out a link to the slides and the presentation on our website, but we will also email out the presentation to everyone. So another question is what if we don't renew our health insurance until 2/1 and don't know what the copays will be until after we have to do the questionnaire already? So that is a very good question. What we would like for you to do is obviously you cannot submit your copays with your renewal questionnaire, but when your health insurance renews, if you could remind yourself to send those copays to Beneflex, we will make sure that those copays are updated so that the Bene card will now match those new copays. How do employees get a login information for the mobile app to track their FSA? I just did it, and it doesn't give an option to create an account. So the first time, we do have flyers that we can provide to you that show the way that employees can log into the employee portal and the mobile app. If you have the Bene card with your flexible spending account plan, they get this flyer when they receive their Bene cards in the mail. But they're assigned a username and a temporary password for the first time that they log in. They actually can use that to either log into the employee portal or the mobile app. But they're going to use the same credentials, the same username and password to log into the employee portal as they do to the mobile app.
And if you have any questions or any difficulty logging in, please feel free to contact our customer service team. They're more than happy to walk you through that process and make sure that you're able to get on that mobile app. I see a really good question. What's the cost of our YouTube videos? This is my favorite part, guys. It's free. We're offering you guys free educational materials that we can brand with your logo and your open enrollment date. So please take advantage of all these resources that we're offering. How do we get those flyers? We can definitely get those out to you. Those can also be downloaded directly from our renewal questionnaire and requested within our renewal questionnaire as well. So if you'd like printed copies and you have not yet completed your renewal questionnaire, if you're looking for any of our printed materials, simply request that directly within that questionnaire.
Okay, the next question, should we inform employees to retain their current Bene card if they are enrolling again next year? Will they be issued new cards or will the old ones be reloaded? That is a great question. Please remind your employees to hold on to their Bene cards. Those Bene cards are issued. Each participant receives 2 cards. They're good for 5 years. They don't expire for 5 years. So each year we reload them with their new election. If for any reason those cards have to be replaced, they're lost, they're stolen, they want their name changed during that 5-year period, there is a $10 fee to replace those cards. That fee is direct from MasterCard. They will deduct that from their account when the card is reissued. So do please remind your employees that they need to hold on to their Bene cards. So I think that's pretty much all of the questions at this point. We'll just give it one more minute.
And if you guys have any additional questions that you think of after the presentation, please feel free to contact us once again by sending us an email or giving us a call. We'll be more than happy to help.
Okay, and we want to thank you for your time today, and we appreciate your business. So thank you.